Hello, beautiful people. Honest Am here, the creator and writer of the Honesty Sis newsletter, a bi-weekly newsletter geared towards millennials who are truly trying to get their shit together. And I am here for another daily motivational video where we use the tarot to become the alchemist of our lives. A little bit about me. I do not just use the tarot. I use God and cusses in the same sentence. I may mispronounce some things, but if it does not stop Charlotte... Charlamagne the guy, it would not stop me. Angel number 22 and angel number 18. How are you guys doing today? This is going to be a little bit of a different message. God, I want to know what current blocks do we have? That's the block stuff. Angel number 40. We are about to do a block reading. So, God, what messages or information do you have for us to become the alchemist of our life? God, please let us know what is blocking us from becoming the alchemist of our lives, from helping to bring heaven on earth, or just from doing magic in public. God, deliver these messages to me and through me as clear as possible. In God's name I pray. Okay. So, what's blocking us from becoming the alchemist of our life? Okay. Grief. Grief is stopping us from becoming in our perception. And the crazy thing is, we're not embracing our destiny. Grief and perception is stopping us from embracing our destiny. And the crazy thing is, both of these cards of grief and perception are green cards, which is dealing with our heart chakra, which actually makes sense, because if we're not connected to our heart, if we're not connected to our heart, how could we possibly be connected to our dreams and to our soul so that we can even reach our destiny? Wisdom also popped out. So again, a lot of green cards. So let's go ahead and get some information about what does these green cards mean. Discover the wisdom of the heart. The fourth chakra, the heart chakra, relates to the matter of the heart. In manifesting, we are always blocked if our heart is not in it. There is something very pivotal about every green card, as each one indicates a key moment of personal choice. They tell us about the heart of the matter. In this chakra, we decide whether we will proceed or whether we will get kicked back to our yellow chakra, where we spend time thinking without processing our decisions. In essence, you will see here whether your heart is truly invested in the actions you are willing to take. Every green card owns the distinction of revealing what happens when you do or don't follow your heart. The question these cards ask is, what does your heart tell you? So what does your heart tell you about grief, and what does your heart tell you about perception? The grief card. Grief, Penelope, and Pickle. Pickle represents the strength of character inherent in true love. This card heeds a deep caring and an ability to heal and love again. However, deep the pain or how hard This card heeds a deep caring and an ability to heal and love again. However deep the pain or the challenges you face, troubled times denote smooth sailings ahead. So God is telling you what's blocking you from receiving the blessings that you want, becoming the alchemist of your life, is that we've been getting this message. It's the past. You've been holding on so much to the things that have happened to you, and you're taking it all personal. But right here it says that troubled times denote smooth sailings ahead. This universe operates in balance. So if you have had a rough life, a rough childhood, and you've been having these inklings and these urges and these dreams that your life could be better, angel number 403, God is trying to get you to go there. But first you have to trust your heart. You have to trust yourself. And you have to know that it is possible. The card of perception, Emerald Stone. Emerald offers a regal ability to see things differently. The chance of embracing transformation. There is an ability to attract wealth here if you open your heart. So again, God is saying you can have the love, you can have the family, you can have the man that you want, angel number 534. But first you're going to have to heal yourself. You're going to have to become one with your emotions and learn how to heal and trust your heart. I know for one, angel number 44, I'm actually thinking about doing a Reiki healing because I know that I've just been having like a lot of things that has been happening to me. I told you guys that I let go of a relationship of 7 years, and I know that for sometimes my heart can be blocked, and I don't want my heart to be blocked because I want love in my life. I want to experience the other side of all the bullshit, you know? So in order for that to happen, I have to take accountability for the ways that I stop myself from experiencing true love. Angel number 520. So let's get a little bit more about, we're going to start with perception. The heart knows what the eyes cannot see. A young princess wandering into her untended garden, as she claws through the decaying undergrowth, she finds a brilliant emerald stone. The stone speaks and tells the princess to open an old wooden door. She enters a dark corridor and the door slams shut. Afraid, she moves forward until her hand falls upon another door. It opens to reveal the same garden she left behind. Only now it is beautiful, filled with flowers, butterflies, and birds. It is magnificent and familiar. Often our journey brings us full circle, leaving us wondering why things happen. Emerald stone teaches us to follow through on whatever is before us. Going back is not an option. Woo! Oh my God, y'all. I'm sorry. Angel number 620. I have been telling myself that so much because that's also why I started putting those mantras in place, because it was just like I would try because I was so hurt and I just could not believe like all of this stuff was happening to me. And every time I like go through that, well, did this happen? If I did this, that, and it always happened like, well, it's too late to go back. It's too late to change. It's too late for anything else to happen. Like everything is as it should be. We have to stop these shoulda, coulda, woulda because it's not doing anything but hurting ourselves. Sometimes we keep ourselves from the blessing because we're trying to hold on to things that God is asking us to go away. Sometimes the price of admission is you have to lose a couple of people. Like everybody can't go to the level which you're going in. And what if the obstacle, that's what I want to get to. What if the obstacle to your blessing or the way to overcome your blessing is to let this go? You know, like what if, like this is the thing, okay? What if you've been in a relationship for a long time and you love this person, and maybe in the beginning it was an amazing, but it's been so much back and forth, and it's not the most perfect relationship, and it's very volatile, and it makes you question yourself, and it makes you doubt yourself, but there's a part of you that want to be loyal. But what if the mission, or what if your journey is to learn to release that? What if your blessing what if the answer to your prayers, or the blessing, in order to get your blessing, you have to release that? We hurt ourselves more by denying the reality of our situation. God is saying, don't do that. Don't question where God is trying to lead you, because even if you have to walk away from something that you put a lot of time and effort and attention into, you don't know what God is going to do further down the road. That's exactly what this saying is saying. This is the thing. You're not God. You're not smarter than God. You're not going to be able to think your way to your blessing. That's why the world is the way it is, because we think that we're smarter than God. We think that we can think our way to the blessing. We think we know more than God. But that's not, you have to let go and trust. You trying to keep control, you trying to keep all these things and people in your life, but control is the biggest illusion of all. The true power, the true blessing comes in when you release and you surrender control. When you trust. Have you ever been on a road trip and I've been on road trips before. We used to take road trips down to Alabama. You know, that's a long drive from Detroit. And my grandmother, she wouldn't sleep. Like, she just couldn't sleep. She would just stay up the whole time watching my dad. And at first I used to be that way. Like, I used to watch my dad. When he veer off, I'm like, daddy, 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 you know. But that's a control thing. We think we doing it because, oh, I want to help. No, it's a control thing. It's because you don't trust this driver. You don't trust that the driver is going to get you where you need to go. The reason why you're holding on, the reason why you're trying to figure it out is because you don't trust God to come through. That's why your heart is blocked, because you don't trust God. You don't trust that you can have anything better. You don't trust that there's something better on the other side. We hold on to so much out of fear of the unknown. But the thing is really we should stop saying this out of the fear of the unknown. We hold on because we don't trust God. What in my life needs tending? How good will I allow myself to feel? Often our journey brings us full circle, leaving us wondering why things happen. Emerald Stone teaches us to follow through on whatever is before us. Going back is not an option. What in my life needs tending? How good will I allow myself to feel? Angel number 1130. God said, how bad you want it? What you want to do? How you want your life to go? I don't know about you, but I want it. I have to see it. It can't just be J&B. It can't just be Woody fucking Allen predatory ass. It can't just be Harvey Weinstein predatory ass. No, I gotta see it. I gotta see it. I have to believe that too many of my people have died in this street for me not to have it. Me not to change the way that things are. I have to see it. I've literally just made myself like, bitch, I'm a case study for God. I am a scientific case study for God, okay? Period. This is what I am. I'm a living case study of God. And I was literally writing in my journal, trust is the one thing that's required on this journey. Yet trust is the hardest thing to do when you live a life of betrayal and chaos. Of having your own parents let you down and betray you and abandon you and hurt you and neglect you. But then I had to really think about it. Because yes, while all of those things may be true, what is also true is that daddy ain't never let me down. That daddy was there through it all. That daddy made me feel like there was something deep down inside of me. And so things may have been in my physical world. My physical family may have fucked me up and not wanted to be there for me. But my spiritual family was always there. Everything I wanted, good or bad, I got. And the one thing that I didn't get, that I really, really wanted, I felt God came down and healed my heart. So it's like, even that, I can't be like, he let me down. So how can I not trust him? How can I not, at this age, at 32, trust him with my life? Trust him to get me where I need to go. Angel number 1344. Grief is love without a place to go. Penelope meets Pickle, the puppy, when she is at college. They go everywhere together. When the day comes much later for Mother Earth to call Pickle home, he dies in Penelope's arms. Her friends are hard on her, suggesting that she should just get over her pet's death. Penelope knows she loved Pickle deeply and simply is grieving in grief. Loving Pickle was worth every moment of sadness. When she is ready, she will love again. Penelope and Pickle reminds us what we reveal, we can heal. Give yourself time and you will love again. If you honor your pain, it will change your life. If you honor your pain, it will change your life. So many of us that's why our heart is blocked. Because instead of being like, damn, this nigga really fucked me up. Like, this nigga really hurt my feelings. This nigga really made me feel like we could have been something, and he had no intentions on being that. You know, that's fucked up. Damn, it's fucked up. My mom didn't nurture me. It's fucked up that my mom knew what I wanted to be. Like, she saw that. She heard me say that. She put me in a whole nother direction. That's fucked up. But instead, angel number 1511, instead of saying that, identifying that, looking at pain in his face, we hold on. I ain't mad. I ain't feel shit. It ain't a big deal. I don't care. You care. That's why you hurt so fucking bad. That's why you snap at everybody. That's why you want to allow yourself to fall in love again. Because you're so hurt. Because you care so fucking much. People who ghosting people and treating people shitty or treat people like they don't give a fuck is because they care so much, but just the fear of giving somebody else that power, they can't allow themselves to do that. But my question to you is, are you going to allow yourself to have less than what you deserve? You're going to allow yourself to have less than what you give out of fear that you're not going to get it again? You holding on to somebody who kind of make you feel good every now and then out of fear that you can't find somebody who going to always make you feel good? What sense does that make? Angel number 1611. You want to be in a job that beats you down, that makes you feel less than a person, that doesn't empower you out of fear that you can't find a job that you feel like yourself, that glows you up, make you be yourself, reach your greatest potential? We really got to start thinking about the shit that we like. Does that even make sense? It don't make sense. But that's what you're doing, right? Is lingering grief preventing me from progress? What can I see in my heart? So those are the two messages that came out. I'm going to ask God, what is our energy towards going through the journey and trusting God and letting go of our past or even naming our past? What is our energy towards grief and perception, God? Clarify this message and make it as plain as possible. What is our perception towards grief and perception? What is our energy towards grief and perception? Make it as plain as possible. And that's what I realized. I said, you know what? I don't want to feel like this no more. I don't want to feel anxious. I don't want to feel anxiety. I don't want to feel unsure. I don't want to feel like I got to walk on eggshells. No. Angel number 1744. I don't want that. So God says for grief, we have the Six of Cups came out reversed. The Six of Cups upright is all about, things coming full circles. It's all about, childhood. It could call it to childhood dreams, people coming back from your childhood. But honestly, for me, when I look at this and I with this card of grief, I feel like that's what God says. When you name your pain, it's like you're giving your younger self, your inner child, their flowers, because you're letting them know, I see you. I see the pain that you're going through. I see how this has affected your life. I see how this has created the situation that you're in. When you're able to do that, it's like you're acknowledging yourself. You're acknowledging all the times other people didn't acknowledge their pain. We have to realize doing this process of forgiving or naming our pain, while it may feel hard in a time, or we may feel like we want to act out to make other people feel the pain. Like, that's what I realized, like, because I was having all these revelations, I expected my parents to be like, for them to realize it and be like, oh shit, like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm that type of parent to clutch my pearls, let me do better. And people are not, like, everybody's not like that. Everybody is not out here to be the best person that they could be. Like, some people are just in this motherfucker to just be here and to coast. And it's like, I can't hold up my healing and hold myself back from the blessing and the abundance that I ultimately deserve, because these people don't want to, they don't want to acknowledge the pain that they inflicted on me. So I feel like what God is saying, you're not acknowledging the pain and you're not going back over your past because you are trying to, get somebody else to apologize to you or get these apologies that you never had. No, you're doing it for yourself. Because the thing is, if you're not aware of how your past has affected your future, you're going to continue to create in that unconscious place. And that's what I had to realize about my relationship. While it hurts and it feels like I wasted 7 years of my life, it honestly made me realize that the way that my ex was loving me and the way that my dad loved me was together. They were the same. It was literally the exact same relationship. And so it took for me to say, I don't want to feel this way. This is not love. It took for me to identify that this is not love, for me to be able to truly heal myself and to ultimately feel whole and abundant so that I can move towards to creating the kingdom that is for me. With perception, we get the King of Wands, and what I say about creating the kingdom for you, I feel like that's what God is trying to get you to understand. Like, if you just trust him, if you identify your pain, this is the thing. Two things. Your soul chose the family that it was going to be born in. Your soul was like, okay, I need to experience these type of lessons in order for me to be the best person that I can be. So let me go hop in this shitty ass family real quick so I can get it. But instead of us realizing that our soul did this for a purpose, we take it personal and we be like, God forgot about us and he don't love us and blah, blah, blah. But it's really just that we went through this so that we can get some type of blessing from it. Like, it's some type of wisdom or something that we're going to gain from our past that is going to help us in our future or help us in where we're trying to go. And so what God is saying, your perception, your focus at all times should be on the kingdom and on what you're ultimately trying to create. I did look up this message of the lizard, and actually I'm going to look it up one more time because it was actually hella deep when I looked it up. So let me just look this up. Since we this far in, who cares? Lizard, spiritual meaning. Yeah, and it says the lizard is a true survivor. The lizard spirit animal is a true survivor. The lizard symbolize seeks to show a. Hold on. I'm sorry. Okay, so the lizard is linked to the sun, light, regeneration, and renewal. It is a symbol of good fortune in some cultures, but also of death and uncleanliness in the Bible. So that's horrible. Lizards are patient, determined, and have the ability to blend into their surroundings. The lizard shows you that these are powers of survivals that are untapped within you. The lizard is a true survivor. And so what God is saying, you need to shift your perception. You need to change the way that you think about your life. You need to change the way that you think about your journey, how you feel towards God. You need to really you got to unblock your heart. And the reason why you're not becoming the alchemist of your life, the reason why you're not in alignment with the dreams and the things and the abundance that you feel that is ultimately for you, is because you're blocked, because you don't trust God, because you don't trust yourself, because you don't trust others. And until you start to change your perception, shift your perception, gain the wisdom from your past, you're not going to be able to become the alchemist of your life. And that's just the real. God, what tool do you have for us to become the alchemist of our life? How can we learn to go through grief and name our pain? How can we how can we focus on our journey and where we are going so that we can become the king of our kingdom? How can we learn to look at our journey and look at ourselves as being survivors and not people who've been fucked over? God, make this as plain as possible. Kind of name my plan. This was also another angel number 2353. This is another spread that came to me. I can set my own standards for financial well-being. Once you are able to achieve and constantly maintain your personal alignment, a great deal of money will flow into your experience, if that is your desire. So remember, we're moving away from manifestation and we're focusing solely on alignment. Angel number 2814. Do not let others set the standards about how much money you should have or about how you should do. Do not let others set the standards about how much money you should have or what you should do with it. For you are the only one who could ever accurately define that. Come into alignment with who you really are and allow those things to flow into your experience that life has helped you to know that you want. So what God is saying is that once you begin to come into alignment with yourself, the reason why you're not in alignment with yourself is because you're blocked from your childhood and all the stuff that has happened. But once you're able to name your childhood pain, able to really see how your childhood created your future and these situations in your life, once you're able to clear all that, it will get you into alignment. It will get you into alignment with the abundance and the wealth that you ultimately deserve. So that's, I mean, how clear can that be? Like, God is really trying to get you to understand that abundance is for you, and all it takes is for you to heal your past. And once you heal your past and honestly, I feel like heal your past, heal your heart chakra, then all the abundance that you want will naturally come to you. The other card that came out is it is not my role to make others happy. And so that is for some of you guys who are nervous of, setting those boundaries, who's nervous of going back in their childhood, or, to turn away from their parents, or maybe you feel like you want to turn away from your parents and you don't want a parent in your life because they don't bring peace into your life. Then I feel like what this message is confirmation for you that you need to do what you need to do to protect yourself and to bring yourself into full harmony and alignment. It is not my role to make others happy. It is your role to keep yourself in balance. When you pay attention to how you feel and practice self-empowering thoughts and that align with who you really are, you will offer an example of thriving that will be of tremendous value to those who have the benefit of observing you. You cannot get poor enough to help the poor people thrive or get sick enough to help sick people get well. You can only uplift from your position of strength, clarity, and alignment. So I'm going to actually leave you guys with an angel message, and I'll get you out of here. Whew, that was a lot. Angel number 2650. That was a heavy message, but I feel like a very necessary message. I know I needed to hear that. And it also gave me confirmation that I am on the right path. So I hope it helps you as well. So God just asked a lot of this last message, this last card, to wrap up and clear up any doubts, any questions that the viewer may have. God, I ask that you please deliver this message of grief, perception, the King of Wands, the Six of Cups, learning how to set our own standards for financial well-being, and knowing that it is not our role to make others happy. God, make it as plain as possible. One card, please, to wrap this my entire message up. One card. Last shuffle. He said our card is at the bottom, the Wanderer. Angel number 2744. Let's see what this card of the Wanderer means. So the Wanderer, if you selected the Wanderer, you have battles with what is true and what is false. What you think you do and what is really happening in your life are not congruent. You may have a tendency to avoid what life is presenting you by attending to only those things that interest you, again, blocking your heart. You may have a tendency to escape. If you could look at life as just passing, you may be able to stay with it. Do you think you could have peace with what is potent in your life? So something to think about. All right, final message. Whew, these messages low-key about to take it out of me. I'm like tired. Okay. Your spirit is free to choose. Wanderer, you love freedom, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. On the waking path, you are able to move freely with all that you desire in life. You are not afraid. You are an adventurer, one who rarely feels stuck. Your movement is physical, mental, and spiritual. Your freedom keeps you from being ruled by attachments and affords you an opportunity to discover new things. You love the unknown. You enjoy the random selections of the universe. You wait to be found rather than waste time seeking out things and people. You allow faith and spirit to do, You wait to be found rather than waste time seeking out things and people. You allow faith and spirit to do the work in your life. You are led by spirit and not held down by material possessions or held back by money. You do not wait for others. You do not wait for what others can give you in order to have what you need in your life. You are not one to emotionally possess anything or anyone so that you can sustain your sense of spiritual freedom. This doesn't mean you are not in relationships with others, but such relationships are fluid and free from your ownership, helping others to feel the same freedom towards you. On the waking path, you feel completely free to do what you want with your life, yet remain aware of those you love. Your free spirit is admired. On the sleeping path, your freedom can loom so large that you lose your way in life. You can run aimlessly and appear irresponsible. Your intentions to have no possessions or attachments can render a life without connections to others. Those who love you may begin to apply pressure on you to join in the goal-oriented, high-achieving world or to make some kind of connection in the material world. You resist changing your path of freedom to one of resistance and neglect. You resist changing your path of freedom to one of resistance and neglect. Your free will can be lost inside of your defensiveness. You are running away, or are you running away, or do you have a clear vision of a liberated life? Can you stand by the liberations within you Can you stand by your liberations within you rather than try to manufacture it by ignoring your family and friends? Watch to see, as a wanderer, your sense of freedom may be a smokescreen to avoid failure, disappointment, or to hold some delusion of freedom. I'm going to read that one more time. Angel number 3123. Can you stand by the liberation within you rather than try to manufacture it by ignoring family and friends? Watch to see, as a wanderer, your sense of freedom may be a smokescreen to avoid failure, disappointment, or to hold on to some delusion of freedom. In the past, you may have experienced falling short of your dreams or having to defer them altogether, or the doors were closed to you. There is freedom in revisiting those dreams. There is freedom in creating a new meaning of freedom, one that is not about running from captivity, but a meaning of freedom that speaks to possibilities or choices. Moving by spirit requires a dream or vision. It also requires that you not give up. And truly believe that spirit will move you in the direction you want to go. Trust your prayers are being answered, though it may not look like it for the time being. You are a courageous one. Your sense of freedom gives you a rare and beautiful way to walk through life. Ashe. So guys, that message was kind of beautiful, and it was actually double confirmed with this Six of Cups. So if you guys have lately found yourself thinking about some childhood dreams, or thinking about a dream that you haven't thought about in a really, really long time, but it has really been on your mind heavy, I really feel like God is asking you to revisit that, to deal with the grief of that, or whatever happened with why you didn't follow through or how it let you down before, and change your perception. Think about life always happening in your favor. Think about God and the universe working in your favor. Know that you can set your own standards of financial well-being, and it is not your role to make others happy. You are here on this earth to live your life. You are here on this earth to have a sense of freedom and to be the king of wands in your life. So go out, be the wanderer, and bring ultimate freedom to you. I'll bring all these dreams to your life. All right, y'all. Angel number 3333. That is all the messages I have for you. If it was beneficial for you, please give me a thumbs up. If not, at least give me your key takeaways. Until we meet again, dream those dreams. Never let the internet rush you, and never ever let someone tell you what you cannot do. Mwah. Namaste. Take care. 3350. Bye.